Hello, my name is Victoria Walker, and this is my persuasive speech on why you should get the proper amount of sleep. My purpose is to inform my audience on why 8 hours of sleep at night is important. Being a college student, I know I'm not the only one who stayed up really late at night, either studying or worrying about exams and finals. Having the appropriate amount of sleep can be very beneficial in many ways. It can lead to better brain function as well as emotional and physical overall better well-being. According to the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute, sleep plays a vital role in good health and well-being throughout your life. Getting enough quality sleep at the right time can help protect your mental health, physical health, quality of life, and safety. Sleep is very important, and I know a lot of people don't realize it because they think if you just lay down and go to sleep at night for 8 hours, you'll be fine. But there are several things that can benefit by good sleeping, and those include you can have a better memory, you can live longer, spur creativity, you can be a winner in reference to athletics or academics. It can improve your grades, sharpen your attention span, can help with weight control, lower stress levels, avoid car accidents, and help steer clear of depression. With all of that being said, there are also ways that health.com says that you can improve your sleep at night by how you sleep, and those include don't drink caffeine, so coffee, cokes, teas, anything like that right before you go to bed, as well as make sure that you're in a dark, cozy area. Don't watch scary movies or TV shows or anything before you go to bed. Don't eat really heavy meals. I know a lot of people think if you go to sleep on a full stomach that you'll sleep better, but that's actually false. Full stomachs can actually decrease your sleep. A lot of people also think that if you take a hot bath before you go to bed, it'll help you sleep better, but that's also false. When you raise your body temperature, it has to lower back down before you can get to where you can sleep very well. So when you take a hot bath and you raise your temperature, it has to sit and lower back down before you can really fall asleep. And smartphones have a brain activating lights. 95% of people use cell phone, iPad, computer, whatever before they go to bed, and that actually can help make it harder to fall asleep. You should turn down your lights an hour before you go to sleep. Darkness increases melatonin, which is the chemical that's released when you sleep. Some people suffer from certain sleeping illnesses, which can affect this in several different ways. There's insomnia, which is where you struggle falling asleep at night. Sleep apnea, which is where you can suffer from breathing issues when you sleep at night. Some people pause when they breathe, almost like they forget how to, and if it's not treated correctly, it can lead to really serious issues, and it can even lead to death. Restless leg syndrome, which is where when you lie down at night, you get a twitching or a tingling in your legs that's just very discomforting and you can't fall asleep. Excessive sleeping disorder, which kind of explains itself. It's when people sleep too much, which, believe it or not, too much sleep can still be bad for you. But even with all of that being said and all of the research that's provided for that, there are still people who believe that sleeping 8 hours at night is not beneficial. And they have good points, pros and cons. They believe that if you lay down at night and you know, okay, well, if I go to sleep right now, I have 8 hours until I have to be up in the morning. And then that causes over-needed stress because you're like, okay, well, you're still laying there an hour later and you're like, okay, well, now I can get 7 hours of sleep. And you're still laying there and so on and so forth, and it causes you to stress. According to Psychology Today, here are some of the less practiced sleep habits. There's biphasic schedule, which is 2 to 3 hours. You sleep 2 sessions of 3 to 4 hours at night, and you wake up in the middle and you sleep for 4 hours, you wake up for an hour or so, you sleep for 4 more hours. So you still get 8 hours, just not consecutively. There's the Dymaxin schedule, which is 30-minute naps every 6 hours. There is the Uberman schedule, which is 6 30-minute naps per day. And the Everyman schedule, a daily 3-hour sleep plus 20-minute naps. Now, I don't know about most people, but I don't see how you can take 6 naps a day, especially if you have a job or you go to school or anything like that, because I doubt very many bosses are going to be like, oh, okay, well, you can go take a 20-minute nap in the break room. I don't think very many bosses do that. If they do, you have a pretty great boss. So here's one of my visual aids. So this is a sleep hygiene handout, and it's set a schedule. Establish a regular sleep schedule every day of the week. Don't sleep in more than an hour, even on your days off, which I know that's really hard to do. Don't force yourself to sleep. If you haven't fallen asleep after 20 minutes in bed, get up and do something calming. Read a boring book, draw or write in a journal. Avoid bright lights, bright screens, or anything else that might activate your body to wake you up more. Avoid caffeine, alcohol, and nicotine before bed. Avoid napping. Naps during the day. I've personally experienced this. I'm sure a lot of y'all have too. Taking a nap during the day can sometimes make it really hard to fall asleep at night. Only use your bed for sleeping. Using your bed for reading, watching TV, or other activities will lead your body to associate the bed with these activities. If you reserve your time in bed for sleeping, your body will begin to associate your bed with sleeping. Exercise and eat well. Eating healthy and exercising can lead to better sleep. However, you should avoid strenuous exercise and big meals in 2 hours before going to bed. Sleep in a comfortable environment. It is important to sleep in an area that is adequately quiet, comfortable, and dark. Try using an eye mask, earplugs, and fans if this step causes problems. Another thing that a lot of people will recommend is a sleep log. So this is a visual aid of a sleep log. And pretty much you'll write down, you'll keep track every day of the week and like the times you went to bed, how well you slept, when you woke up, how long you slept, different things like that. And you can go online and you can research or you can find out that if you go to sleep at this time and wake up at this time and you sleep so many hours at night, it can inform you what kind of sleep you're getting and what you need to work on with that. It's believed that before the age of electricity, that people slept in 2-stage segments, which they would sleep for a couple hours, they would get up and they would do chores, or they would clean, or they would even go visit their neighbors, and then they would go back and they would sleep for a couple more hours. I don't personally understand that all that much, but that was a long time ago. There are also several different phases of sleep. There's monophasic, which is what most people practice, which is 8 hours altogether at once. There's biphasic, which is 2 segments of sleep, which is what I just talked about. And then there's polyphasic, where you get as little as 4 hours of sleep at night. This one, a lot of people want to talk up because it was practiced by Thomas Edison, Leonardo da Vinci, and Margaret Thatcher. So people associate it with, if you sleep like that, you'll be more intelligent. I don't know if that's actually true or not. But lack of sleep at night can lead to many different issues. Although not everyone has the same mindset on sleep, you should still sleep anyways, even if you sleep 8 hours at night, or you sleep 4, or you take naps throughout the day. Sleep is very important, no matter how you decide to practice it. So I hope that this presentation has taught each and every one of you something you may or may not have already known about sleep. Thank you.